Hi guys, it's me, Demon Rants. Today I'm doing a collection of my PS2 games. Now this is based off my friend who's called Drayton599, I think. Sorry if I've got that wrong, Drayton, but hopefully you'll watch this video. And basically he did a review of his Game Boy games, and I asked him if he could do his PS2 collection, so that's what he did. And I'm going to do mine now, and what he said was that the PS2 wasn't his favourite console, you know what I mean? It did have a good library of games, but he said he doesn't really think it's the best, and he thinks Xbox 360 is the best. But in my opinion, like a lot of people say, the PS2 in my opinion is the greatest console that ever existed. Maybe the Super Nintendo or the just normal Nintendo Entertainment System as well, but this console defined a generation, and nothing will ever top it. I mean, PS3 is my second favourite console, but it has amazing exclusives, Blu-ray player, free online, and remote connection and all that stuff. But to be honest, I still love my PS2 because it was my childhood console, and I won't do a PS1 collection video because PS1 was, I played a couple games on it, but that was more my sister's console than mine. And to be honest, I don't have any, proper PS1, discs, proper licensed discs and cases. All of my games are copies. Like, I had a briefcase with like hundreds of PS1 copied games, but I don't know where it's gone, so I can't find that. But basically it had games like Harvest Moon, Dead or Alive, Crash Bandicoot, Mega Man, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, let's go on with the review. So start with open season. By the way, a lot of these games that I have are rubbish, typical kids movie kind of licensed games, but some of them were quite good. Now this one I didn't really like that much, and to be honest I don't really remember a lot of this game, but I did play it when I was little and when it came out. And basically the only part I remember is you basically run around and you play as the bear and the antelope. I haven't watched the movie, so I don't know their names or if it's any good or not, but you scare all the woodcutters with the, they have chainsaws, and then they see you, they run off and stuff. So there's the back. I won't show the insides because some of these don't have discs, but I'll show you them anyway because I have played them, but just can't find the games. So that's open season. Another, kids movie, animated movie tie-in. Over the Hedge. Oh, by the way, Activision there. And oh, by the way, the other game, one season. Open season was made by Ubisoft, and this is made by Activision. So I don't know how these massive companies started making these kind of games. But Over the Hedge was, I guess I enjoyed it when I was little, but it's really annoying, and I don't remember a lot of it. I think there was a racing game, and obviously kind of like Metal Gear Solid elements in it. And by the way, I don't have Metal Gear Solid to get any of the Metal Gear Solid games, but I really want them. But maybe I'll get them in the future. But basically, you try to hide from people and you gather the food, and it was a decent game, but still pretty annoying. And I have watched the movie, and it was alright, to be honest. Just move that out of the way. It was alright. That's the back. Now, one of my newer games, State of Emergency. Oh, by the way, my friend says that he doesn't usually play, 12, like 12 or under games, but because when I was little, I always used to have, kiddie games, but I still had quite violent ones. But I know I'm talking about violent games, but this game, is pretty new. It's probably my newest PS2 game that I've got. That I bought. I got it in a charity shop for about like £1, and it was decent. A lot of people say this is the worst Rockstar game, and I don't think it is. By the way, this game wasn't exactly made by Rockstar. It was made by VIS. I don't know if the V is the logo or not, but yeah, whatever that is. But this isn't the worst Rockstar game. There are much worse ones. But this game was really fun. The graphics and basically not the controls, but basically the whole game reminded me of Dead Rising 1 and 2. I mean, there weren't any zombies in it, but like how there's so many characters on a screen at once, and it's in a mall, is very similar, and it's pretty amazing. You know, many people thought Dead Rising 1 and 2 were the only games that did this, but this game, I mean, had millions of people on screen at once. It was pretty amazing because this game was cool because this might sound like outrageous, but it was meant to be like a riot simulator. But you're not meant to be killing the people, you're just meant to be, you know, fighting the, you know, SWAT team that come and beat you up, and you destroy, you know, buildings and everything and blow up stuff. But yeah, and it was very arcadey, to be honest. Like, the story was crap, to be honest. I mean, it was really hard. But the arcade mode, you know, where it's a timer and you have to pick up timers and things and health, that was really good. So it's a good game, this. But GTA 3, you know, that game was pulled off the shelves for it being too violent, but this game is way more violent, but no one ever said anything about it though. Next game, Ghost Hunter. This one was another game that I was pretty scared of when I was little, but like I was saying, it's a rated 12 game, so it's not really that bad. It's nothing like, you know, Resident Evil or anything. And it's also made by Sony, which I didn't know until now. But yeah, this game, like, I always used to watch my dad play it, and we never completed it, but it was a decent game. And I remember this game because my dad used to have it years ago. And you know what, when you start your PS2 and you go on the memory cards, and you know, they usually show a little picture of basically what game you're playing. Like Crash Bandicoot had a symbol of his head, and excuse me, maybe GTA had a picture of the fist icon, you know, and the weapons. But this game had a picture of the I think it's over there, that thing. I know you can't see it, but that thing over there, yeah, there. It had him walking around, you know, in green, you know. And I always used to pretend that he kind of looked like he was wearing underpants, so I used to pretend it was Hulk in his underwear. And I was really sad. I cried so much because I found out that my dad couldn't find the game, so it didn't show that memory card, and I was so upset. But until when I bought this game and I finally got to see it again, like Hulk in his underwear. I don't know why I like that so much. Resident Evil Outbreak. Now this is the only, other than, you know, the PS1 games that I've never played, but Resident Evil, it's the only really game I have that I've played. And I don't have Resi 4, which I really want to get it, or I think I might just get a GameCube to play Resi 4, because the GameCube version is much better than this. I mean, than the PS2 version. But Outbreak, meh, it was pretty meh, you know, myth basically. I didn't like it that much, and I don't know if people think this, but it's probably one of the worst, you know, Resident Evil games. But Operation Raccoon City is definitely the worst game. But and also Resident Evil 6. But this game was alright. I like how you got to choose out of, like, I'll look on the back after and count, but you know, a lot of different characters to choose from, and you walk around in an abandoned hotel, I think, I don't know. There's a pub downstairs, and all these zombies you have to shoot in the head, and they glitched out in the walls and everything. There's the back, so you play as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's 8. Yeah, 8. Anyway, you got to play as 8 characters. I don't know if they did anything else, you know what I mean, like, had any special features, but it was an alright game, that, but not the best Resident Evil. Another, you know, kiddie license animated game, Cars, and this is by THQ, which made a lot of my favourite, you know, childhood games that I realised were rubbish over the years. But this game, I kind of forgot. I think it was just a regular racing game. I mean, it was like the movie. You know, he plays Lightning McQueen and you drive around the flipping race course with the characters in the background. Sorry, my neck is really hurting. So, yeah, that's basically all you did. It was an okay game, this, but it was also another childhood game of mine. The movie was alright. I didn't love it. It wasn't my favourite Pixar movie, but it's better than that rubbish Planes. And I mean, the first one was good, but Cars 2 was just a failure. So yeah. See, GTA Vice City. And by the way, when I was talking about I couldn't find the disc, so this is one of them, because I think I have Dead or Alive in this case for some reason, and I don't know why. I think if I talk to my daddy, he'll probably find it, the disc. But yeah, GTA Vice City. I really loved this game as a kid, and I used to pretend that they gore in the game because, you know, before I knew any better, I used to pretend that it was like tomato ketchup. Then like they had tomato packets in their, you know, pockets, and it was bursting. I know that sounds really messed up and stupid, but I know it's weird that GTA was my childhood, and it's an adult game and 18. But I really loved these games when I was little. I had so much fun. But one time I was playing San Andreas, which we'll get to later, and I said, by the way, I was playing the game and I walked in and I accidentally said the F word and got proper told off. There's the back. Also a bit of history, you know, in the intro where it has the kind of silhouettes with, you know, game footage on it. You know, there was a part where it had the silhouette of like a panther or something, and I used to be really scared of that when I was a kid for some reason. When it came on the intro, I always used to run out the room when that part came on. So funny. Another GTA game, GTA 3, considered #1 best-selling game on PS2. I don't know about that, but I might look that up. But this game was alright. And it was technically one of the first games I ever played. Not the first one, I'm coming up to that. But it was but this was a childhood game, and kind of the same thing with Vice City, you know, the ketchup everywhere. This also reminded me of this game. And to be fair, by the way, this is my dad's favourite GTA game. Even 5. He even thinks this is better than 5, but I think 5 is the most fun, to be honest, but it doesn't matter. Another GTA game, I'm going through all these so I can get them over and done with. Vice City Stories, and by the way, I don't have any of the Liberty City stories or anything, but Vice City Stories was alright, and I got it, well, not really on launch, but kind of when it was new in the shops, and you know, when Woolworths existed. I know if you live in America you probably don't know what that is, but it's an old shop and it got closed down because it didn't get enough money. But I love Woolworths because I got all these games from Scotland from there, and this was one of them, and it was alright, but I don't remember anything too special or, you know, any childhood memories with this one. But it was cool because it was the last GTA game on PS2 after when the Goliath 4 came out, which people consider to be the best other than 5, but I don't think so. Now coming up is the first game I ever played ever. Devil May Cry. This game, so many happy and scary memories from this game. This was the original Big Daddy, and most of the time I only played this about, you know, 2 times, but my dad mostly played it, and we finished the game together, and then I played it, and that part with the spider was well hard, and whatever that thing was, and it creeped me out so much. It didn't scar me or anything, but yeah, it was pretty creepy. And I always used to hate those flipping, what they call sin scissors. They always used to hackle like and they used to creep me out so much. Like, maybe as scary as, you know, GTA Vice City, you know, the cat silhouette. They creep me out so much. Also the puppets as well. But this game, so many happy childhood memories, and to be honest, I'm actually kind of scared to pick up this game again because this game really frightened me when I was little, but it was the first game I ever played, so give this a thumbs up from me. And this game has a special place in my heart. Next game, sorry if this is a bit long. It's Drayton's video isn't as long as this, so you might want to check that out. But yeah, I hope my friend watches this all the way through. I hope you do as well. But next, another kiddie film, but this is by Pixar, so it might have been better. But this was Monsters Inc. Scare Island, and for some reason this didn't come out when the movie came out, because that was like 2001, I think. But this was 2006, this game, so it may be a bit dated. But I don't get this title, and I didn't even know it was called that, but Scare Island. In the game, there's hardly any islands. I remember a bit where you're in like a science lab, and you basically go around and you have to scare all these dolls, which, you know, little kids, and they scream at you and run away, because it's like at the beginning of the movie where, you know, the doll's in bed and the monster scares it, and you think it's a real kid, but it's just a dummy. But it was alright, but I don't remember much from this game. Here's the back. Knock Devil May Cry off. Oh, by the way, Devil May Cry, the reason why, I know you've seen in my videos that the cover's the same as the top of my laptop that I do, you know, figure reviews on, so, yeah. Now, also, my favourite game of all time, GTA San Andreas. Love this game, and to be honest, GTA 5 and San Andreas to me are my both favourite games. I mean, I can't decide which one's better. Everyone's like, "Ooh, 5 is the best game." But I like San Andreas as much as it, because this also was my childhood. This game was so fun. I mean, just running over people, might sound creepy, shooting everyone in sight, blowing up every plane, getting arrested and stuff, and flying over your Area 51 or whatever that desert was. This game was so fun. And, you know, when I was a kid and my dad playing it and doing the ending, you know, where... by the way, any spoilers if you really want to play this game, but by the way, spoiler alert in 3, 2, 1, but yeah, so, but basically Big Smoke, the leader of the Grove Street, I think, I used to just call him the Green Gang and the Purple Gang's me, but he turns bad, he turns evil, not exactly evil, but he becomes a bad guy, and the ending's very cover shootery. I don't know if that's a word or not, but you know, you're in your house and you hide behind chairs, you're running upstairs and killing all the bad guys and everything, and it was such an epic ending. Love this game, and like Devil May Cry, this will have a special place in my heart. Now, some of these games aren't exactly very good, but I still have them anyway. But the Simpsons game, to me, this is one of the... I think this, not to me, but I think this was one of the only games that was released on every single system ever at the time. It had a PS2 release, not an original Xbox, but Xbox 360 release, PS3, excuse me, Nintendo DS, Nintendo Wii, PSP, loads of releases of this game, and I liked how they all had different covers, but to be honest, still the best Simpsons game to me will always be Hit and Run, but unfortunately I don't have that, but I really want it, because it's like, it's kind of like a parody of GTA, but with less violence, and I found it in a charity shop, but my dumb sister's like, "Oh, we don't buy PS2 games," so I couldn't buy it, and it's not fair. But one day I will get Hit and Run, but this game was really annoying, and I really hated it, and yeah, basically, and the missions were annoying. Guess what, I never even completed it. The only part I got up to was where you have to excuse me, do the food eating contest, the eating contest part, I even remember that. And the bad thing was that the PS2 version was also considered the worst port, so that's pretty bad. Also, this game is made by EA, so... But Simpsons Wrestling still is one of the worst, you know, Simpsons games, other than the NES ones. But, excuse me, I did have Simpsons Wrestling in my PS1 collection, but I didn't like it, and I only played it once. That's the back. For some reason, they have a lot of, even though this game is only a 12, there's a lot of age rating symbols. It's got swearing, sexual content and violence, even though it's only a 12. Anyway, all these games are all the way over the side, so... Family Guy, the video game. This one is just, even looking at it, this game makes me laugh so much. I got it in Morrison's for around £7. No, £8, you know, £7.99 in UK pounds. But yeah, this game, obviously the game I never completed, but I thought this game was pretty funny, like how it's very much like the show. You know, you do different campaigns with all the different characters. You play a Stewie campaign, a Brian campaign, and a Peter campaign. Like, my favourite was obviously, you know, Final Fight kind of thing. You know, where Peter, you basically have to beat up all the little kids and the elderly. I thought that part was so funny. And Brian's I didn't like because it was also a bit like Metal Gear Solid. You know, it had a lot of stealthy moments in you. I think Brian gets sent to, you know, prison. So you basically walk around and you're trying to hide from all the cops and everything. And Stewie's was so I don't know what Stewie's campaign was. I'm not sure. I think it was damn, what's it called? Contra, yeah. It's kind of like Contra because it was a shooting game where basically, but those flipping, you know, what do you call them? Lasers coming out of the walls were so annoying. Like, and it's funny when you jump on the pregnant women, you know, babies come out, and sometimes flipping aliens come out, and I love that part. I thought it was well funny. But it's another game that I never finished, unfortunately. But I watched on YouTube about the other missions, and I'm kind of happy that I never finished it because it was an alright game, but not that good. Get ready to unleash your inner Peter. I love that line. This video is probably going to be about 20 minutes long, but oh well. Barnyard. This is one of my favourite childhood games when I was little. I know this is probably my favourite out of all the you know movie licensed kiddie games that I have. But this game was actually great because the physics in the game and the way you control and the map was like GTA. I'm not joking, and it's a 3+ game. I mean, not the violence, but you know how it's a third-person game where you walk around with the little circle in the bottom right corner or left corner, and you do all the mini games. Like you make like a milkshake. You play pool or snooker with the dog. You ride your bikes. You have to race all the others, and there's one where you know you're trying to like do all this silly stuff while the mailman isn't looking, and you have to do it without him, you know, looking at you. But yeah, this game, I loved it when I was little, and you know, like how you could choose which cow you wanted and you could name it. And Barnyard, never watched the full film and never really loved it never really liked it that much, but I love I love the game though. Oh, by the way, sorry about the backing. I can't get that paper out, but it's just a picture that I did when I was little. Crash time. Right, oh, sorry about that. This is Crash Tag Team Racing. I know I said I'd only show games that I've played, but I think I remember seeing my sister play this because I was a massive Devil May Cry fan, and also to admit, for some reason Dante was my role model, and I don't know why, but it sounds a bit weird, but I'll come back to that. But my sister loved Crash Bandicoot so much, like she played it at her kind of friend's house years ago, so that's the only time I've really seen this game properly. But it's a bit like Mario Kart, I guess. Yeah, I can't really talk about much about this game, but oh well. The Incredibles. This is another, you know, kiddie game. It's platinum, by the way. But I mean, this game, like I said, I don't remember any of this one actually. I think you jumped around buildings, but I remember the level where you have to fight the you know, the black ball with the tentacles, the metal tentacles come out of it. If you've seen the movie, and I really like the Incredibles film, so, but I don't know about the video game. But I think I'm gonna look on YouTube at this because I really wish this game would be like you know, a kind of Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction type game. By the way, another game that I really want on PS2 that I might buy. But hopefully it might be another destruction superhero game. But yeah, I like the movie, so that's why I got the game. Right. Ratatouille. Another kiddie game, but I actually don't remember anything from this game at all. and I never finished it as well. And it was a platform. I think it was a platformer. Because but the fun thing is, the reason why this game is one of my favourites is because isn't my favourites, but this game's so memorable because it's the only video game that my mum has ever played, and she played it for about 5 minutes and turned it off. Well, not turned it off, but gave the controller back to me and my dad. But yeah, so that's kind of funny. And she said she couldn't even do it, even though it was like the easiest mission. But I still love my mum though. But yeah, I remember you had to pick up apple cores, and that was about it, really. Yeah, let's just see the back. I think this game was also on the original Xbox as well. I don't have that though. Now, back to Devil May Cry. I have Devil May Cry 3. Obviously, I don't have 4 because back then, the reason why I didn't have a PS3 back then, so I never got the 4th installment. And I don't plan to because I'm not really a huge fan of the series anymore. But yeah, this game, I remember picking it up, and my dad played this one because it was really hard, and even he couldn't finish it. He got up to the part with the giant worm creature and we just quit it. I might finish this in the future when I get older. But anyway, Dante, right there. Hey, how you doing? He was my, as a kid, this might sound really sad, but I had a man crush on him. And you know who my video game man crush is these days? Nathan Drake. So basically Dante used to be my Nathan Drake from Uncharted. But I just thought he was so cool, and he always used to be my favourite video game character. And I love how he just kills all these demons and he's not even scared. I mean, I used to be so scared of this game. Even when my dad put this, you know, Devil May Cry 3 in my PS2, I was kind of scared. I was on my chair shivering while he was watching the cutscenes. Because the first one really scared me. And by the way, I don't have the second one because, let's be honest, the second one was crap. But still better than DMC, the new reboot. Let's move this out of the way. Well, I'm nearly finished now, so I don't want my camera to run out, but Killzone, probably one of, also, other than State of Emergency, this is one of my newest PS2 games I've got. This game, I didn't like it that much. I liked it when I got it, but I just didn't like how you couldn't jump at all, so you had to go, you had to figure it out, and the game wouldn't tell you anything at all, so you had to figure out yourself. Like, you're walking patiently, you know, without any hellgast or anything in your way. It gets quite boring. You just walk around the map looking for what the hell to do, and about 20 minutes later something happens and you're like, hallelujah. But I don't have Killzone 2 and 3, but I really want to get them, and I might get them. But Killzone 1 was alright, and I still was alright, but not too good. But Halo was much better, but I've never played Halo, and I never will because I'm not an Xbox guy myself. The back is, by the way, made by Guerrilla Games. Yeah. Sorry, coughing. By a third game. Avatar: Legend of Kang. Like, this game, I don't really remember much. It was kind of like a Dynasty Warriors type game, you know. You play as your character and you run around and slice up, you know. Not slice them up, but you know, beat up the enemies, and you know, you're basically an airbender and everything, and you hit them with air and stuff or whatever. I think the reason why I got this game was because my sister, and still is today, is a massive fan of this game, so that's why I never really played it much, and my sister did. But I forgot completely about this game up until one day. Machinima's 10 for the win easiest achievements video, I think number 1 was already getting about 100 kills in Avatar the game on Xbox, and like it said it was the easiest achievement ever, and I watched it and I was like, hey, I remember that game. Well, I didn't know it was on Xbox. But yeah, it might have been another Avatar game, but it was alright, this game, but I don't remember much of it, so. Nearly the last games I've got, Gran Turismo 4, I think that is. The stickers covering the label. I might be wrong, but I have a copy of Gran Turismo 3 somewhere as well, but I don't know where it is. But this game, I won't talk much about it because my dad loves these games, but to be honest, I hate them, to be honest. Not hate them, but I just don't like them because I'm not a fan of racing games. And, you know, the whole Forza versus Gran Turismo debate, you know, I don't really pay attention to that because both games to me are exactly the same, but but Forza, you get to design your own cars. But yeah, I have a Gran Turismo 3 and 2 as well. I might have 1, but I have 5 as well, but some of them are missing. I know where 3 is, but I just can't find it, and I think I have 2, but I'm not sure, and I don't even know if I have 1 or not. But basically my dad plays all these games and he loves them. He's a massive fanboy basically of Gran Turismo. It's by Sony and everything. It's the back. And my last game in my PS2 collection, I think I have more, but I'm not showing you them because I haven't played them. And if I get new games and if I find those lost ones, then maybe I might do an update. But one of my personal favourites, Kung Fu Panda. Another kiddie game, but excuse me. Kung Fu Panda is one of my favourite movies of all time. I mean, it might be just my favourite computer animated film. I know I like The Lion King, even though that's not computer animated, but I love this movie so much. And I like the game as much. I mean, I remember the story and me and my sister doing it, how it was like a hack and slash game, you know, the pig men would come at you and the gorilla men would come at you and everything, and they'd try to attack you. And it also had cutscenes like the movie, you know, where Paul goes on the rocket and then he gets sent off into the air and then lands on the ground and he's yelling, "I love Kung Fu!" and all that stuff. That was in it. Also, another game by Activision. I'm not really a fan of Activision games, but this is probably my favourite game. I'm not really into COD though, that much. But the reason why, the main story was like typical hack and slash, Dynasty Warriors type game. But I love this game because it had like a PlayStation All-Stars, you know, Smash Brothers multiplayer kind of game. You know, like a fighting game up to 4 players that my dad, me and my sister would play all the time. You know, we love that. We love the multiplayer in this game. And on the PS3 and Xbox version, actual multiplayer online. So you can, you know, fight your friends online. But since this is only PS2, I never got to do that. But I love this game so much. There. That's all the PS2 games I have so far. Some of them are lost, but I might find them. I might do a PS3 video soon, but that's all for now. So this is to Drayton599. So check out his videos. He's pretty cool. Thank you and goodbye. And PS2 is awesome.